If you in the A, I need you. I'm a fever.
Hi guys, CharlotteShornalee here. Hope that you guys are having an amazing day. So for those who are watching at the moment, it may be Wednesday, it may be not. But in today's video, I will be showing you guys what I got from my mum when we went on my shopping spree in my last video, if I even mentioned that. And I'll be showing you guys this look, this tutorial look, while explaining to you guys the use of the products, of what I got, and the pigments, and if they're worth getting or if I recommend them. So if you guys are interested to see this look in the video that I've literally just done now, stay tuned and like, subscribe and share, as I always say. And leave me any feedback that you guys may have on anything regarding the look or product, as I also mentioned. I hope that you guys enjoy this video, and I will see you guys in the next part of when I start the tutorial. Bye. Okay, so the first thing that I've literally done is I've done my brows. Now I've used a product that I've already used before, which was the Anastasia Dark Brown Brow Wiz. So I'm gonna get straight into this tutorial and show you guys the new things that I do have. But the eyeshadow palettes that I'll be using for today's look, or some of them, just depending on what I'm wearing, is the new purchases that my mum gifted to me, which was the Nude palette by Huda Beauty. I also got her Desert Dusk palette, and the last one that she has in the bigger size palette, which is the Rose Gold one. Now I've taken all the packages off, like every one of these. Well, Luke and I have taken the packages off every one of these, just so that it's easier for me to pick up, show you guys, open up, and let you guys see what's on the inside. So that for those of you who don't know what the Rose Gold palette looks like on the inside, she usually incorporates one of these pictures on the inside. So this is the inside of that palette there. So we have all glitters or glittery metallic pigments, and we have all the mattes below those. The next one is her Desert Dusk palette, and just like the inside of the last one, we have that one there. So this one is kind of like an eye look one, just to shield the pigments, and then the inside of that is these beautiful colors here. And the last one, which is her latest palette, is the Nude Huda Beauty palette, and this one on the inside is the same as the front of that one as well. I like the casing on this because it is a nude pink, which is kind of cute. Love my nudes. And then taking that off, we reveal the inside of this palette. Now people are going crazy because inside this palette, she's actually, in the left hand corner to you guys, incorporated a concealer. Now I haven't swatched all of these, but there's two pans where it's completely just glitter, which are these two here. Then we have the foiled pigments that contain some kind of glitter, and then we have the concealer, and the mattes are for the rest of the colors there. Okay, so seeing as though I've basically gotten those palettes out, I'm going to quickly run through with you guys the other palettes that I did get. These are the BYS palettes in Euphoria and Prismatic. Love the casing on these, they're absolutely amazing. But the Euphoria palette on the inside, I'll show you guys why I got these. This kind of resembles James Charles's new More palette that came out with a color range. There's not as many color ranges in this palette, obviously, and it is a lot cheaper, but I did swatch these in store and they are absolutely gorgeous in person. So if you guys definitely want a dupe for that for the time being, while all the James Charles palettes are all sold out, definitely check out BYS for the Euphoria palette. The reason I got the prismatic one also is because of the pigments. To me, they're absolutely amazing. So there's a lot of glittery pigments in these ones, but I love the fact that when I swatched it, it was really like prismatic on my finger. So I was like, I have to get that one too. And it was absolutely awesome to see BYS starting to amp up their pigments, because I know a lot of them were a bit chalky, a bit like hard to apply, so it's good to see that. Okay, so continuing with the eyeshadow look, which I've just introduced you guys to my new palettes, I am gonna fix up my hair first. The palette that I'm gonna be taking today is the Huda Beauty Nude palette. I might as well make a look with this, considering it is one of her new palettes and it is pretty popular at the moment. I'm gonna move on, and I'm gonna just tell you guys what brushes I'm using so that I can get this tutorial underway and show you guys what the swatches for this palette are. Right, the first brush that I'm going to go on to use is the Morph brush. This doesn't actually have a number on it, so I'm just going to tell you that it's kind of like a applying fluffy eyeshadow brush. So the first color that I'm going to go in with is the Teddy color, which is down here. So I'm going to dip my brush into that and then just give the outer edges of my eyelids a bit of a shade. This is nice. But if you guys can't see on the screen the pigment of this, it is actually really gorgeous. When I apply the color, it applies on so smoothly. It blends out with this brush absolutely amazingly, and the color payoff on my eye looks exactly like how it would in the pan. I just hope the color goes with silver. I'm winging this. The looks that I've been doing lately, I've literally just been winging. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with a Morph blending, my Sigma blending brush, which is in the number E35. I'm just gonna circularly blend that out like what I did in my tutorial. So what I can tell you guys at the moment is the Huda Beauty palette definitely does appear on your eyelids as it would on the pan. It is really easy to blend out. It actually didn't take me that long to blend these colors out in real time, not fast forwarding time like what I do on my videos. But I would definitely recommend this palette at least 50% out of 100 at the moment. I'm not sure about the rest of the colors, but that's what we are leaning towards at the moment. So the next color that I'm going to go in with is her Raw color, which is on the bottom row, and it is next to the foiled bronze pigment, which is Charmed. I'm going to take that and apply that on the inner line underneath this Teddy eyeshadow color. So I'm going to be using the same Morph brush with the last pigment on it, and I'm going to dip that into Raw and then just keep that underneath the pigment that we applied to before. And I'm not sure if this is going to suit because I'm completely winging this right now, is the Tease color right next to the last color that we just used. So this has a more purple tone. It's a lot lighter than this color up here, but it's actually a lot more cooler tone than the one that we just used. I'm gonna go in with that, but this time I'm gonna be using my domed Morph brush, and this one doesn't have a number as well, so I apologize for that. I'm just gonna dip that in and apply that to my eye, and this time keeping it on the line and then dragging it to the end of my eye and just shading that lightly in. Yeah, what I'm trying to get this to achieve is a darker eye look, just so that when I layer the silver on top, it will kind of bring out the silver a lot more, and hopefully this works, because if it doesn't, I'm probably gonna cry. Okay, so moving on to the next color that I'm gonna use, I'm gonna try using one of her foil colors. I'm gonna leave out the glitter because the look that I wanna do is more of a silver tone look, and it's actually annoying me. But the color that I'm gonna go in with to try and incorporate a silver glitter with is her Daydream color, which is kind of like the foil lighter purple. I'm not sure how that's gonna work out, but if I ruin my eye look, I guess I kind of already ruined it. I don't know if you guys call this ruined, but I'm gonna go ahead and apply a base first. And the base that I'm gonna be applying, this is already like a used product. So this is my Too Faced Glitter Glue. I'm gonna apply a little dab of that to the inner corner of my eyes, and then just lay that color on over the top. Alright, so the brush I'm gonna take to lay that color on is my MAC 195 brush, 195 or 169, and kind of blend it into the colors that we used before, just so that that foil Daydream color sticks to the eyelid and is enhanced. So I'm going to take that brush and dip it into the Daydream color, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly dab that on. Oh my gosh. Whoa. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of create a cut crease, but it's not going to be as neat as a cut crease. So the next thing that I'm going to want to do is I'm going to come back to the eyeshadow palette. But what I want to do is I want to introduce you guys to the next new product that I got so that I can move on with this tutorial. So what I did receive, or I did choose to get, was my Fenty Beauty Fly Liner Eyeliner. So this is exactly like my NYX Epic Liner, except I found that it is a lot darker. I don't have to layer it as much, and it works so well and lasts me like the whole entire night. So I use this, and I use the fly liner for my cousin's 18 and it really worked for me. So before I do move on, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a product that I've already used, and I'm gonna be taking my Stila Diamond Dust Glitter and just applying that to the center of my eyelids, just to incorporate a kind of silver look. Okay, so what I'm gonna do with my fly liner by Fenty Beauty after I've applied the Stila Diamond Dust is I'm going to create a wing liner, and then we'll go from there. So first application, I found that the color is really dark. I myself like to layer on my eyeliner, so I do double applications, but upon the first swipe you can tell that it is very dark. But with tips like this, it is a lot easier to do a winged eyeliner compared to what it would be with just a twisting out one. So I'm gonna finish off this, and then I'm gonna use the mascara and show you guys the new mascara that I also bought, and then put my lashes on, showing you guys that, and then move on to my whole face. As I promised, I'm gonna move on to the next step. Do not mind my eyeliner. Today is not my day of doing eyeliner. I tried to fix it and even that didn't work. Just a heads up for eyeliner, if you're going to correct your eyeliner, make sure that you sit there for at least 5 minutes before trying to wipe it and cut it properly, or else you're gonna end up with black lines up the sides of your forehead, and that is exactly what happened to me. So the next thing that I'm gonna move on to before I do my lashes is my new NARS Climax Mascara. This is basically what it looks like out of the box, and it has the brand along with the name of the product that it is. And then when I open it, it has a brush tip like this. I'll put it up against my forehead, I guess, just so you guys have the proper idea of what it looks like. So it's a pretty wide brush. It's a lot wider than Hourglass's brush. I would say that it's probably the size of the Better Than Sex mascara brush, but the product is light, it doesn't feel heavy, and it looks expensive, but it feels, it's basically plastic. So before I do apply my Climax Mascara by NARS, I'm going to be taking my Mink Miami lashes, and this is by Lily Lashes. I got this in my Mario box, or my Mario bag, when I went over to Sydney, and I haven't used these ones yet. I've used all my other ones, which I'll have to show you guys looks with, but these ones today I haven't used. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply my lashes off camera, and then I'm going to apply my mascara on camera for you guys to show you guys what it looks like. So for the mascara, it does reach all your lashes. I did wear this on my cousin's 18th as well, and I'm not gonna lie, it did flake. So if those of you who are looking for long durable mascara with false lashes, I wouldn't recommend this, only because when you put your lashes together, the mascara comes off halfway through the night, and I did get mascara all underneath here. It doesn't really lift as much, so it'll make it really hard for you guys to actually see my lashes, especially with my thick liner. But that is the difference in eyelashes. I don't really think that you can see a difference, but I will. So I'm going to coat the other side, and then I will put my lashes on, and I will be right back. Okay, so once my lashes are all on and I've just finished using the mascara to just put things together, my advice for the NARS Climax Mascara would be to make sure that you apply it before you do your false lashes, or else by the time it dries, all the products will just flake off with your eyelash application. If that makes any sense. If you guys already do that beforehand, well, congratulations, you're doing it the right way. To get everything started with my face base and to cut this video as short as I possibly can, so it's with editing and for you guys watching, I'm gonna go ahead with the concealer. So the concealer that I did buy with my mum is the Medium Custom by NARS. Now I had their other concealers, but I bought the wrong shade. So I'm gonna test this out to see, and it comes just like that, if this suits my skin tone. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dab just a few little spots over the areas that are red. And on first application, I don't have to apply as much because this is full coverage concealer. Now, what I did notice with this concealer is the fact that it's really easy to blend. So I'm taking my Real Techniques dark spot correcting brush, and what I'm doing is I'm lightly blending the concealer into my face first, and I always do this even before my foundation. And what this basically does is when I apply my foundation, I'm just gonna hold my hair back. So when I apply my foundation, it doesn't actually appear as much through the foundation product, if that makes any sense. I'm still so bad at explaining. Now what I like about this concealer is that it doesn't actually oxidize. I know a lot of concealers do, but this kind of reminds me of my Too Faced full coverage concealer, and that is amazing because the Too Faced one is absolutely a grail for me. But the next thing that I'm going to go in with is a nude foundation. So I'm not going to lie, I actually got two, but I'm only using one today because I'm not going to use two on my face. That's just too many layers. So the first one, and the one that I'm using today, is by Lancome, and this is in the shade 01. The next one that I did purchase is the Hourglass Stick Cream Foundation in the shade warm beige. Yeah, beige. So this is Vanishing Foundation and 24-hour wear and comfort retouch free SPF 15 Lancome Foundation. Now for the Hourglass foundations, the stick foundations basically look like this. They look expensive, they feel expensive, and this is actually how much product you get with the foundation itself, which is quite a lot. And for the price of this, which you guys will see in stores if you head there, it is worth it. It's worth the appearance, the feel. For the quality or the product, I have swatched it on my skin. It does feel very rich and creamy. So if you guys are thinking about getting one, I would say that they're multi-purpose use. So you can purchase a darker or lighter color and contour or highlight with that, and you're A-okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and shake my Lancome foundation and just apply a few squirts to my beauty blender. So I'm not gonna lie, I swatched this too because I need to know what color I'm getting for my skin, if it's the wrong one, if it's the right one. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to move my hair and just slightly dab. Oh my gosh, the smell of it. Oh my gosh, that smells amazing. Oh my gosh, that smells amazing. This kind of reminds me of my MAC foundation, but it smells like it's got added perfume to it. The coverage on this so far is actually really good. With a few dry dabs that I can see on my face, I can tell that it actually oxidizes, which the product that I'm going to be using later on will definitely help with that. But apart from that, the coverage looks absolutely amazing. I don't know if I got the right color. I hope I did. But it doesn't mattify my skin either. It actually is radiant just like my NARS foundation, which is amazing. But it definitely oxidizes, so it's a good thing that I got a lighter color. Yeah, so for the smell of this, and the product is absolutely amazing. Like, I would definitely recommend this product. For the fact that it also covered my face, it did a pretty good job in the coverage, and it also was exactly like Longwear Radiant Foundation. But I'm gonna move on to the concealer for underneath my eyes. So the concealer that I got along with the setting powder that's meant for it is my Hourglass Sheer Concealer and the Hourglass Veil Translucent Powder. So these two go hand in hand together only because this is cream and this is the powder that sets it. Now, the packaging is exactly like the Hourglass foundation. I would have used the Hourglass foundation, but I really wanted to test try the Lancome stuff. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this fluid a bit of a shake, and this is in the shade Veil Vanilla. And this actually isn't full coverage. So if this isn't full coverage, I may have to go in with my NARS, but this is good for those really, really natural girls that just like to retouch their foundation, concealer, or the little dark spots on their face. This would be perfect for you guys. So upon taking it out, that is what the one looks like. It looks exactly like the NARS one. And upon application, it kind of looks like a full coverage one actually. We'll just have to see when it blends out. So upon blending this out with a brush, it is very, very, very sheer. I wouldn't recommend this for those who absolutely love their really bright and highlighted under eye, only because it is sheer, especially for those who have really, really natural dark under eyes that need a lot more product added to it. But like I said in the beginning of showing you the product, it's definitely meant for girls who are more natural and who have rarely any dark under eyes. Okay, so like I mentioned before, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my NARS concealer because my face, I like a little bit more coverage. I'm going to add it to underneath the eye area just to completely highlight that and conceal the dark areas underneath my eye. So I'm a bit iffy about this Hourglass translucent powder now because I feel like Hourglass is more towards the girls who are like have the nice, smooth, already modelic face. And mine has flaws, but I'm gonna go out of my comfort zone of using my Givenchy translucent powder. And I've just opened this and I'm gonna be trying this one today. But it has a little H in the center with little dots. And I've just peeled the sticky stuff off now and will be applying the product using a Morphe Y11 brush. But I love the fact that it has a dip down. Some of the products don't actually have that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it a bit of a tap and then just apply that to the underneath of my eyes. That's what I love about my Givenchy powder, is the fact that it actually has a pretty perfume smell. But I think for the sheer coverage concealer veil for Hourglass, I think that this would help. But like I mentioned, I would say that this is more towards the girls who are just setting like a little bit of concealer, not as much as what I put on, judging by what just came out. And also the application on my face. So it definitely does soften, but to do with setting large amount of concealer, I would have to say that I would stick with my Givenchy powder because it also softens and brightens at the same time. The next thing that I'm going to go in with to sculpt my face, because it looks really white at the moment, is my new Anastasia Beverly Hills powder contour kit. I have decided to go ahead and purchase her light to medium contour kit, and this is with the powder. So I'm going to take her Java and Fawn shade, which is these two shades, if I can show you. So these two shades right here, and I'm going to be contouring my face. I use these for the night of my cousins as well, which is why I showed you those pictures, because majority of the makeup that I'm using now I've actually used on the night. And I'm going to be taking these two, which at the moment are actually my favorite. And I'm going to sculpt my face into what I kind of want to look like. I must admit that applying her contour kit is really smooth. I've used Kat Von D's concealer kit, I've used NARS's, I've used Hourglass's contour kit, but what I like with Anastasia's is the fact that it's easy to apply, it's my skin tone color, and it kind of looks more natural compared to the other ones that I would use, which is what I like. So now that I'm done with the contouring kit, I'm gonna be taking the Hourglass translucent powder again and just dipping my beauty blender into that and tapping that off. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the contour for my jaw area and just leave that there to bake a bit. So while that is baking on my face, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna complete my eyes, and then I'm gonna come back, spray my face, show you guys the rest of my stuff that I got, and then I'm going to head off. So I've just finished doing my eyes, and I'm just dusted off all the stuff on my face for baking it. Now what I'm gonna go into is the lip part of things. So this is the MAC set for, I think, this holiday collection. So the shade from that I'm gonna be taking is the Twig shade, and this is MAC's Nude lip. So upon applying that wasn't actually a nude, but anyways, I'm literally gonna move on. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add my NARS concealer to my lips and just put some in the center and just make that a nude myself. Okay, so I basically made it a nude myself, but what I love about these, if anybody has any MAC lipsticks, is the fact that they're really smooth and they go on absolutely amazingly. The packaging is so cute. These are holiday editions, so they don't all look like this, but I gotta admit that these are pretty awesome, and they kind of look like tampons. But anyways, they'd be glamorous ones anyway. Right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be taking my All Nighter Pollution Protection Spray, and I'm gonna give this a bit of a shake. So this keeps all the pollution away from your makeup, which causes your makeup to oxidize, and that's what I love about this. It also sets it all night, which it did for mine, and it gives you like that little bit more of an inner glow. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that, and then apply my highlight, and then I will be going. Moving on to my highlighters. What I'm first gonna apply is my Hourglass highlighter, just to show you guys. So I got 4 of the colors, minusing the bronze color because I didn't really think that it was worth me getting. I'll show you guys pictures of the colors individually, but because I'm on a time frame at the moment, I'm just gonna take one and use it. So the color that I'm going to go in with, and this is basically one of them that will speak for all of them. This is the Champagne Flash one. It's exactly like the foundation size-wise and look-wise. The only difference is the lid is silver and the bottom. Same geometrical shape, triangular, same amount of product. The only difference is the price and the product itself. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swatch little lines of where I'd apply highlight on my face, and that's basically the product there. So it's a subtle highlight, it's not completely over the top, but it's a lot easier to apply this than like a powder highlight, weirdly. Anyways, let's check out when I blend it. Alright, so this is also for those who like really, really natural glows. No biggie, it's pretty good. You can just add a little bit more highlight if you wanted. But it is a good payoff for something quick, fast, and easy to apply. And the pigment on it is true to when you like roll it out. And I'm gonna recommend those Hourglass highlighters for those who like a subtle glow, not too much, or even those girls who like to layer their glows, they would be perfect for you guys. The next things that I did get though, however, are the Fasali Jelly Glow Cream. So I got all these colors here. They go from Rose Gold, Glow Up, and Glazed. So the color that I'm gonna be taking, which is also easy because you can see them all in the back, is the Jelly Beam color. And I'm just gonna show you guys, I hope I don't overglow this. But that is the inside of that product. It is shaky as you can see because it is jelly. And all it requires you to do is tap on the inside of the product a few times and just apply it to the places that you want to highlight, which is the places that I've used already on the Hourglass. So these are about as subtle as the Hourglass highlighters. The only difference is you can layer these and make these a lot more pigmented, probably like you could the Hourglass, but I don't have the time for that. And these would also be recommended for natural glows or natural girls, I don't know. But like I said, if you like to layer your highlighters, I would definitely recommend these as well. So I will show you guys individual photos of those products as well, just so that you guys see what they look like, and I'll give you swatches. But apart from that, this makeup tutorial is done. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Hope that I detailed enough things for you guys and that you guys have a beautiful night. I can't wait to see you guys again in my next one. Bye!